Alright, alright. I'm going to do something crazy. I'll be going fishing. But as you can see, it's going to be a little bit more than fishing. I've been feeling like wanting to grind a little bit. So I started fishing about 2 or 3 days ago. Took me like 1.5 hours to get to from level 3 to level 30. And then when I hit level 30, I took the cursed death build inspired by Goldstein, or if I would pronounce it in a German way, Goldstein. And actually played for 1.5 hours and I got 6 kills. So kind of funny, kind of weird. Each kill being worth from 200 to 400k. That's a bear. I want that bear. This guy doesn't seem to be able to do bears. Let's switch to damage quickly. And kill this bear. I also got my tier 8 tools with me. So in case of finding legendary mist or any crazy resources like 5.3, I will be able to take those as well. But so far I've only been in a tier 7 met because I'm only a tier 6 fisher. So I didn't find too many crazy resources yet. But I tried to think back when I was doing my Zero to Hero Fisherman series. I also rarely found anything crazy. Found tier 8 resources from time to time. But like really crazy stuff, 8.3 or something, I don't think I found that. But maybe one time. I believe one time I found 8.3 actually. Kinda sad that this 5.3 bear right there was only had 2 pieces. I also haven't gotten any dead water eel yet, but to be honest, I did get interrupted 2 times when I was having how do I want to say this? When it was taking very long to pull the fish out of the water, which is the sign for having a tier 7 rare fish, the most expensive stuff. But I can also get crabs and one other thing. Crabs and mollusks, I think. That's what I can get as the tier 7 rare fish. And of course the dead water eel. And since the dead water eel's main biome is the forest, I'm obviously going for the forest. Since the dead water eel is insanely expensive while the rest is completely useless. But I must say, fishing is kind of difficult. Costs a lot of concentration because I'm so vulnerable in these situations here, in these positions. I actually expect to die a couple of times, even though I'm using the gallant horse. Yesterday I had a pretty Pretty funny chase by the Argentinidad guild. This guy is looking at me, I don't like that. So let's just move a little bit further away for safety reasons. Even though this guy's gear really wasn't anything that puts a lot of worry into my mind. But still, maybe he has a group and waits for his friends to go for the kill on me, which itself would not be a problem, but if I'm getting chased by this rather weak group that basically doesn't have a chance to kill me, and then a real ganking group is showing up, then I'm in trouble. Okay, so I got a crab. I think the other thing... No, there's some very, very weird fish, actually. It's not the mollusks. I cannot get those here in the forest biome, I think. What are those weird fish called? They look like somehow naked fish? I don't know. But they are looking really weird. But sooner or later I'll get one. Can I get mollusks? I will see, we'll see. As I said, sooner or later I will get all the different kinds that I can get. Even though maybe not on tier 7, which would be the valuable stuff. But doesn't matter in which biome you are, in which kind of... I mean, it doesn't matter if you're in a tier 8 map or tier 7, like high tier stuff. Even in those maps, you will get the rare tier 3 and tier 5 fish. Even though in a tier 8 map, for example, it would only be tier 6 to tier 8. But the rare fish you can also get tier 3, as you just have seen. Got a green river eel or something. Tier 3. Even though this is a tier 7 map. Another crab. Somebody died there. And to be honest, in those 2 maps that I have been fishing now, since I've hit level 6, a lot of people are dying. Like, really a lot of people are dying. And one time I even had to move out of this map because this Argentinidad guild had like 10 or 15 gankers in this map. And they were chasing me multiple times. Wasn't really possible for me to fish efficiently at that moment, and also just generally the danger being very high, even when I have the gallant horse. If there are so many people and they catch me twice basically, because one catch is not enough against the gallant horse, because of this amazingly strong ability. If they have 2 people after each other hitting me twice, then I'm in trouble. Did it already? Sometimes I really just do not see when it hits the first time, and my game sound is so low, the volume is so low, that I don't really hear it if I'm talking at the same time. Yeah, I really didn't hear it, I just visually noticed it. It's so insanely dangerous. And for some reason those maps are so full of gankers. Even though this is only a tier 7 map, but I mean, to be honest, this map is really good for ganking. It's pretty hard to escape here. So far I've only gotten eel and crabs. Eels? Eels and crabs. Kinda looking for the moment when I'll get the 3rd different rare fish pretty much. Kind of interesting, the pawn spawned under my fishing thingy while I had it in the water, and it didn't trigger the thing in the pawn. Instead I got a random fish. Independent of the pawn. Most of the time, really nothing is happening while fishing. And I'm not even moving. In the situation there, I knew I would get rough logs. So I aborted the fishing process. But to be honest, I could check for more spots. But I kinda also like moving around. But it's actually more efficient to just stand in one place the whole time. Check all the possible spots. Lurker, yeah. That's the other thing. Can I also get mollusks? I don't think so. I think I can only get eel, crabs, another crab, and lurkers. And one thing about fishing I've noticed is that as long as you're fishing on one spot and you get the catch very quickly, like 5 to 10 seconds, it's worth it to fish the exact same spot again. But when it takes very long, it is worth it to try a different one. And you don't need those pawns, like you really don't need them. But there are obviously guaranteed fish spots where you will definitely not get rough logs and will definitely have a very short catching time. But here, for example, I'm fishing there in the nothing, basically, just randomly in the water, and I'm catching fish every 5 to 10 seconds. Basically, zero chance to get rough logs when it's this quick as well. And you really can see when you will get rough logs after fishing for a little bit. It's just very, very noticeable. But I think it already happened like 1 or 2 times in my 0 to Hero fishing series that I basically had a rare tier 7 fish which takes very long to get out of the water. This is just a rough log. So let's check out different spots right here where I'm standing. This was already... Was this fast enough? No. Another rough log. Another rough log. This was fast enough. So since this was this quick, I will try fishing on the same spot again. But actually, it's kinda cold. So I'll get a jacket. Oh well, there's a fish as well. Even though the spot is a little bit different. I threw my... What is this thing called? At the... Like a lure or something? I don't know that word. This is not looking too good. Did I check the north already? I don't think so. And I can also basically throw the... whatever this thing in the water is very far into the river as well. Looking bad. Is this a fish? This is not a fish. So I'll try this one, then I'll try throwing it deeper. Oh, this was pretty fast. So I'm going to stay here a little bit more. Well, this was a little bit too far, but I don't know if this actually covers the same spot or not. I don't know what the grids are. I don't know how all of this stuff works exactly. But I believe it's not like SBI has actually published any info about how all this fishing stuff is actually coded and how it really looks. We are just using seeing the interface here. But I would kind of like to know how it really works. Even though I basically already got some kind of feeling and some kind of knowledge. Like, for example, like the 5 or 10 seconds until I get the first catch means it's definitely a fish. This looks somewhat empty right here. Let's try a different spot. But if this was a tier 8 map, I would just walk 5 meters and so just check the whole available water. But here I kind of expect to find less fishermen. And likewise to find more ponds that are reasonably full. And just fish there. And maybe find some 6.3 resources on the way. Or 7.3, I mean it's a tier 7 map, right? Red Spring Eel. No rare tier 7 yet, right? No. What was I about to say? Yeah, that I'm just running around here. More than I would in the tier 8 map. Where usually the water is also a little bit more limited and a little bit more contested. Hoping to find 6.3, 7.3 resources here and there. Like my minimum for resources that I take is basically 6.2 resources. 7.1 height is okay. Otherwise just 7.2 resources as well. 8.1 resources. I don't really think that I should be gathering tier 8 resources, to be honest. Takes a long time, doesn't give too much money. It's pretty heavy. Oh, the fish just got caught onto my hook, I suppose. But yeah, this stuff here is way less contested than in tier 8 forest. Well, I would also assume that I would have more opportunities to kill people and way more valuable people than here. But on the other hand, it's also way more dangerous if I'm just in the process of ganking somebody or fighting him or chasing him. And then a big group is coming and I'm basically dead if they choose to chase me and are big enough, good enough. So way higher reward. Like the most valuable killer that I've gotten gave me, I think, was it 500 or something that I could loot? Because I ganked a medium chest with an invisibility potion. And only this dude was standing there with his 4.3 Hellspawn staff. And he reacted a little bit too late, otherwise he could have just beaten me in a 1v1. But the surprise factor was too strong. Another person died. There's a circle. Looks like the orb transporting guys are from Argentinidad. It's very well possible that those guys will find me somewhere soon. Kinda looking forward to hitting Fisherman level 60, so I can actually go into the tier 8 maps. Only need tier 7 fishing gear for that. Also, it's a very big boost to have all the fishing gear and Avalonian fishing rod bonus for the dead water eel, which is basically the main loot. That's all I want from fishing. I mean, PvP is also giving a lot of money, but I don't know how successful I will be with that. Another person died. How successful I will be with PvP, with the ganking gear in a tier 8 forest, where there will be a lot of bigger groups. And they will be relatively good, or they will just have insane amounts of people. Both happens. I've seen 30, 40 man groups in those tier 8 forests using garbage gear, but when there are so many, and it doesn't matter that they only are using garbage gear, as long as they are not standing on one place, because then they are obviously not dangerous in any way. It's all about people having different layers of people between me and the exit. Because I can get through one layer easily, even if those are multiple people. With the insane Gallant Horse ability. What's it called? Relentless Charge. Not seeing anybody. I mean, in the beginning I've seen this 4.1 Battle Axe dude. But I would assume that it's not going to take too long until I will see the next person. But actually I'm not too sure. I mean, right now it's a Monday. So I'm not sure how many people are actually playing right now. Monday right after work. I would assume that there are some people playing. It's a rather active time for Europeans, definitely. I don't know when the Americans are playing. I think they are playing in the night. Talking from a European perspective. So those guys are still at work, basically. Or rather, at school maybe. Depending on the age. 48% carry rate. I mean, the stuff in my inventory also weighs quite a bit. Especially stuff like beef stew and so and such. But I'm definitely going to throw away the what's it called? The seaweed. Once again, a circle at the Argentinian hideout. Definitely possible. Oh yeah, somebody died again. Definitely possible that they are patrolling the lake. It's probably quite a bit easier to kill people around the lake than here on this side of the river. Since this is a little bit closer to all the exits and stuff. Somebody has gathered the 6.1 hide. I mean, 6.1 hide is pretty good. I probably myself don't really want to go for this kind of stuff when I'll already be getting quite a lot of weight from all the fish that I'm taking. And perhaps quite a bit of weight if I actually manage to kill a person, which could happen. Yesterday, for example, I spent like 40 minutes here in High Tree Isle. And nothing happened except the Argentini guy is starting to chase me at like 35 minutes or something. And then I had to leave, and then I went to the other Tier 7 forest map. Can I reach that? I don't think I can. No, I can't. It's the other map called High Tree Hillock. Yeah, I went to High Tree Hillock, and there I actually killed 3 people and took a medium chest. Or rather, half of the medium chest. The random books and the non-tradable books and the silver bags were already taken by the dude, but he paid with his life for that. Which was not worth it. He only got 24 silver bags, aka 240k. While he was probably worth like 1,000,000, of which I was able to loot about 500k. Is there going to be another catch? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Goodbye. I mean, I could be trying all these other different spots here, obviously. But there are so many pawns. I kinda prefer running around a little bit more. Just because standing there, only fishing. I mean, tier 8 fish is quite a bit more valuable than all the other stuff. So it's kinda worth it, but to be honest, running around looking for resources is quite a bit more satisfying than just standing there and fishing on the same spot. Standing here and trying every single spot possible. I really prefer running around a little bit more, even though it is less efficient. It definitely is less efficient. It's better to just check every spot, move a bit further, and check every spot again. Sometimes I'm definitely finding spots where I can just fish for like 15 times or something at once. The catch time being low. Somebody picked up silver next to me somewhere. Is this somebody I should try to kill? People are once again transporting these cores. I don't know why I'm calling them orbs, but they kinda are. Orbs. Whatever orbs are. It's not like I actually have a definition of that word. Level 42. At level 60 I can actually use tier 7 fishing gear. But I'm actually pretty sure that I will not make too many videos like this because there's simply nothing to talk about while fishing. The PvP situations will be interesting, but running around is quite a bit more interesting and quite a bit more stimulating for like concerning topics to talk about than just to stand there and trying to get that water eel. Another circle. Is it getting more dangerous in this map? Right now I'm pretty close to an exit, but it's basically the only way, so not too great. The circle that just showed up in the northeast vanished. So I'm a little bit concerned about that. This may mean a ganking group has just entered this map. Because it's quite... Yeah, this is ganking gear. This is indeed ganking gear. That circle is so close to the exit for some reason. Well, right here I'm safe. But right here I can't do anything. Argentinidad. Death Runners. Death Runners doing ganking business in here. Do I just want to use my... I could just go invisible here with an invisibility potion, wait for him to come to me, just hope that the timing is correct and kill him on my own. There is actually some water. I could go fishing in here. Let's use my pork pie. This is different. Those are the guys who did things at the territory, I would say. Argentinidad? There's the Argentinidad group. I mean, I really don't want to do anything here in this map, so... which is why I'm zoning back. Oh, I do not have invulnerability, actually. For some reason. That's weird. Why did I not... Oh, that's... Death Runners. It was Death Runners? How many Argentinidad people were there? What's that? That's a different guild. This is a fisher, which I want to kill. But do I want to do this right here? There's also a werewolf. Is he still there? This is the fisher. Oh. Was I unlucky? Was I unlucky? There's a rose portal relatively close to me. I don't know. The Death Runner people? I've seen tons of Argentinidad people on the other side, in the other map. And the Death Runner people were in this map. This is Argentinidad. What is he playing? A healer. Doesn't really look much like ganking. Even though... I mean, Blightstaff is fine for anything. He's on heal spells, so he's in a group. Pretty much. There's more. They do not look like they have ganking gear, but I definitely have to get away. They really do not look too dangerous to me, so I actually took my time. Weird gear and weird spells. Energy regeneration on the helmet. Very weird. I probably do not want to go for the small chest. If I found a person there, I would not be able to kill this person before the person zoned through the gate. I'm not one-shotting people. And the chance that some kind of group is going to come is quite high. I'm really surprised that I did not have my invulnerability when zoning through the... I didn't. It looks like I did not go far enough away from the exit. Really should pay attention to that. Big mistake. I thought I was safe. But when zoning through, I'll have 15 seconds cooler. I mean, when I noticed that, I spent quite some time on the other side, so I was really not too concerned in general. Because even if that happened, I would have been able to zone back and have my invulnerability there. A little bit sad that this fisher there went away. Maybe he wasn't able to inspect me and see that I was just using tier 6 fishing gear as well. But maybe he also knows. At least in tier 8 maps it happened that fisherman actually had gank swaps in their inventory and tried to gank me, kill me when I was doing my 0-2 hero fishing thing. The small chest immediately gone. Nobody dying there, which is interesting. So probably no big group there. Or at least not a huge group. Because it's definitely possible that there's a group. This position here is also really insanely terrible for escaping. But I actually found some people now. Found that group that was doing some territory stuff, I assume. Somehow. Then I saw this Argentini, that group on the other side as well, which was actually chasing or fighting somebody. I think ganking even, actually. Because the gear looked pretty ganky. Even though also somewhat unusual. Well, there was a carving. There actually was a carving. Who the hell is playing carving swords? That's a small scale weapon. I didn't see any bear paws, I didn't see any claws, but I also wasn't paying too much attention, to be honest. I was only looking at the dismounted people who were able to cast stuff on me. And there was one fire mage, this was one spear guy, and one carving dude. So probably low tier, small scale gear there. That's what I would guess right now. I mean, this big, what is it? 7.4 height. It's also definitely very interesting. Very expensive. And I don't think that I will be going for that. I really don't think I'll do that. I think this would just mean death. Maybe not death, but I don't think I will be able to gather this kind of stuff. Maybe if somebody lets me join their group and doesn't manage to kill me quickly enough or something. Would be kind of nice to gather this kind of stuff. Yeah, we're too many groups. Some will probably be planning on going for that kind of stuff. I would assume that the Death Runner or the Argentini people will be going for this. This is a ganker. I mean, wait a second, he's using Wanderlust. Wanderlust? Like a couple of seconds I was considering switching to my ganking gear and going for the kill. Because I will definitely win the 1v1. I can purge him out of... Why are you chasing here? Stop looking at me. I can purge him out of his 5 map. Do I want to fish here? Stay for the medium chest and try it? Never mind, there's a circle. Anyhow. I can purge him out of his invisibility. He's not going to get his... I have so many purges. I have 3 purges. I can purge him out of... I can purge away his stacks so he cannot chain E me. And then he's not going to deal enough damage before I'm getting him down. Tier 7 hide. If this was 7.1 hide, I would have gathered that. Actually, since I'm walking this weird way now, I may actually find resources. Finding tier 7 hide itself is already kind of a nice thing. Do I want to try to kill this guy? I don't have any clue to where he is actually heading towards. If I knew where he's going, I might have tried to catch him. The circle is at the territory now. Okay. 4 fish in the pond. That's quite a lot. So nobody's really fishing right now, except that one dude in the south at the lake, who was also from Argentina, right? Which makes quite a bit of sense when the Argentina people have quite a few people roaming around there somehow, even though they weren't really using. What are you playing? Deathgiver, so probably ganking? He's also dismounted now. Yeah, he's interested in me. Okay, multiple Deathgivers. Also chasing for forever, even though there's absolutely no chance for him to catch me anymore. There's a 5.3 bear. I want to do that. I want to kill that. I want to gather that. This guy has a giant stack, but I don't think I want to use it. And invisibility potion for this guy. This guy is using tier 4. I don't really care about him. So let's switch to damage and try to kill the 5.3 bear. 40 minutes for the 4.4 hide. I don't think I should be going for that though. The vortex, 25 minutes. Hopefully this bear here is full, because there's a bear lying next to it, which is a pretty bad sign. Please be full. Would already be the second 5.3 bear. That's not full. 1 out of 5. Come on. Come on. What's that? I mean, it's still some money. But it would be quite a lot of money if those 2 bears would have been full. So how often have I gotten chased now already? 3 times? Rather 4 times actually. That's the hide gatherer. I didn't exactly see his guild name. Do I need to worry about this guy? Is he playing together with the Death Runners or with the Argentina people? Or does he maybe have some invisibility ganking gear in his inventory? Who knows? .4 hide. When there are so many people running around, don't think I should be trying to get that. I mean, gotta consider that I'm worth like 3.5 million or so. It's really not like I want to risk too much. Going for invisibility gangs is already a pretty high risk. Putting me into a lot of potential danger. But it's fun. And very rewarding. So dying once again. Like as I said, when I'm doing this, there are usually a lot of people dying. Or at least when I was doing this. Which I haven't been doing too much yet. But when I try to remember the Zero to Hero fishing series, I think when I was in the tier 8 maps there were also quite a lot of people dying the whole time. Like not a lot, but basically constantly some single people dying here and there. Again and again and again. 70% carry rate already. When I reach about 100%, 99%, I will throw away some seaweed. Again and again, I'm checking how far away I'm from the exits and stuff. Because it's quite easy to forget about doing so. So I'm kind of forcing myself to do so. Just so I always have a decent plan. Once again, somebody died. So I almost always have a decent plan to, or rather about how I want to go. About escaping. Which direction would be preferable if I don't have a choice of a direction. And similar stuff. Oh, actually caught something quite quickly. So let's try this spot again. 5, 4, 3. This is quite quickly. I'll try this spot a couple more times. Or rather, I'll try it one more time, and if that time will be good, I'll go again. If like this try wasn't, or rather would not have been this good, then I would not have tried more times, obviously. You only need to see that it takes too long one time, and then you know you don't want to go again. So many people dying. Murderers. Murder happening everywhere. But it's kind of crazy, like, it definitely happens from time to time that you have one group on the one side of the map and there's another group on the other side. Only because there are people dying on the one side, it doesn't mean that I'm safe here. And it can definitely happen that this group there is coming again. Why? I mean, is he in a group? He's actually in a group, Death Runners. They were interested in me. Argentinidad here. These people. Why are they always chasing and like exactly to the exit? Let's give them like 15 seconds or something. And let me reset my invulnerability by walking far enough away from the exit. The debuff is gone. 30 minutes for the 4.4. But I think either the Death Runners or the Argentinidad people will go for it. And I actually don't know, but maybe Argentinidad and Death Runners are playing together. Didn't really seem like it yet. And there he is. Or maybe somebody else. But why are they chasing up until this point? 7.3 hide, oh my god. 7.3 hide, no. Like, these people are a little bit insane. Unless they are running away from the Death Runner people, which is definitely possible. Or they're bringing back loot, maybe. But it's actually possible that they are chasing me right now. Which would make no sense, but it's also possible that they are not chasing me. Who knows? Who knows? 7.3 height actually spawned there. Okay, they actually chased me. What the fuck? They were actually chasing me. 7.3 high, that's so insanely juicy. That's so much money. Right? 7.3 times 30. How much would that be? I actually got zero money yet. I mean, 610k, but zero money. Zero money, basically. I want more pork pie. Let's check out the other tier 7 map. This was a little bit too active. Didn't get any tier 7 rare fish yet. Previously, before I was recording, I did get like lurkers 2 times and 1 crab, I think. On tier 7. And every time I got 2 pieces, basically. 2 fish. Which is kind of lucky. But not that insanely much. I'm getting very close to hitting the 200%. Premium pork pie levels. But yet not having the gathering bonus. Or the fishing bonus from my fishing gear. Don't have that yet. Will be quite the big change when I hit tier 7. Only 2 fish. There's a fisher actually, tier 6 fisher. Who is also silenced. He's also silenced. There's a person. I didn't see this person there. Who was that? He's not changing gear. Who was this other person? Also a fisher. Okay. Same guild? No. Got 5 seconds. Doesn't have a Fort Sterling cape. Okay, when does he use his boots now? So this guy is pretty dead. But he doesn't have much loot yet. Cannot mount up still. Pork pie is fine. Okay, this tier 6 gear stuff usually is worth enough to loot it. The fish, sure, why not? 20k. The ox is pretty heavy, but it's going to be fine. Sadly, he did not really have any loot yet. I mean, I entered this map a couple of seconds ago and I already got a kill. But actually, I think I want to go back to the start that I was. There were quite a lot of pawns. Sadly, I don't have my full fishing stacks right now. But I do want to use my AoE perch for the... This guy is interesting. for the invisibility. And what was this panda guy doing there? Do I want to stick around? Maybe dangerous. It's kind of bad that I have tier 7 Fisher journals in my inventory now. I mean, this dude with his ox. If he inspected me, he definitely he's just fishing there and doesn't give a fuck at all. I mean, he sees me right now, so I cannot gank him in this moment. Can I go away a little bit? He mounted up. He dismounts next to me? He's a little bit crazy, but maybe his friend is coming. I mean, I don't know if the... I think it was a panda staff. Does he not I don't know if he was friends with him. I'll invite him. Safety first. He's not in the group, okay. Well, I guess he'll have to die. But, I mean, he's being kind of careful. He actually mounted up. So I don't know if I can actually catch this guy. And if he is slightly smart in any way, he will have inspected me when I was doing my invisibility gang funny stuff there. 7.1 stone. Almost worth something. This guy may as well just be super ignorant though. That's also definitely possible. Definitely possible. There's another fisher. So many fishers. Fishers everywhere. Boom. Let's see if this will work again. Possibly. Are they still there? They are still there. This guy is moving away though, so I can not actually reach him. He was a little bit too slow. So what boots is he using? What boots is he using? He's not using any boots. Well, now it's too late. Ah, he's using the knockback boots. Is it too late? Will he live? No, he's dead. Barely. Barely. His stuff is not worth anything though. Let's use the pork pie quickly. And another tier 5 orcs. That's some heavy stuff. But at least the fishing stuff is stickable. I don't know why I looted the seaweed, but... Ooh. The seaweed... Depending on when I have to leave. Because maybe if I get a good kill or something, I'll just have too much money. Or... possibly I'll just be full with stuff. My inventory may get filled. Not sure if I'll actually stay this long. That I'll be having trouble with. Carry weight. Do I only have... Yeah, I only have one beef still left. I mean, okay, I already did 2 gangs. Makes sense. Was actually kind of close, to be honest. If he used to jump earlier, well, maybe. My Wanderlust was already running out. It was kind of interesting in the end, basically. Since my Wanderlust ran out. If he jumps right after my Wanderlust is gone, I cannot reach him anymore and he survives that one time, he will be able to mount up and be safe. I mean, he reacted very slowly, obviously, to a dismounted person coming like that. I would guess the other fisherman just saw me going invisible and likewise was scared. Which was a very good reaction to just walk away. If I didn't get closer, if I didn't want to check if he still was there, I may have gotten him instead. A lot of tier 6 fisher, man, lurking around here. But, I mean, going for tier 6 fishing, rather with tier 6 fishing gear, going for tier 7 forest maps is the best possible thing, of course, because of the highest chance to get that water eel, which is by far the most valuable thing that's possible to get. Two people. Kinda want to check them out, but I kinda also want to catch this fish. Okay, he's just fishing there. Don't know what this other guy was. How high is the chance that I will actually get him there? I don't know. Hard to say. Kinda felt like they were even playing together or something, maybe. A longbow, he would really have some trouble to get away. Wasn't the other guy also playing a longbow? Are they maybe planning something crazy? Killing me. Since there are no pawns right here, I'm not sure if they know that they should just stay on one place and just do what I'm doing right now. Check for good spots and then fish those spots empty. Not sure, not sure. Let's check. Because if this guy is actually fishing there, I kinda wanna kill him. He's not. Okay. Like, after getting seen while fishing, you really just wanna move. You really just wanna move further. This guy has his fishing thing equipped, actually. I don't know if they are playing together, though. He's still there. They're both there. Okay, so he used his boots. I don't even need to use my boots right now. Again, not very much money. What can I loot? Tier 6 fishing rod, probably. All the stuff there. Sure, sure. Okay. Back to fishing gear. Boom. There's a person. That's a fire dude. Do I want to do something right now? I want to... I don't have very many invisibility potions anymore. I already thought about I probably should bring more invisibility potions, but not equip them immediately. Just have them in my inventory. Another wood stack actually spawned. 6.0, I don't care. 7.0, I don't care. 7.1 stone, I don't care. Got this catch there pretty quickly. So I basically wanna fish some more. Actually killing all my tier 6 fishing competition. Not too bad, not too bad. This. Kinda wanna switch my gear immediately after killing, I think. Not right there in this situation, because I could have killed the other guy as well if he decided to loot his friend. I would assume I would assume they actually belong together. That's what I would believe. I would indeed believe so. There's a person. Tier 6 fisher with an armored horse. I still have an invisibility potion. Is this the guy who I've already killed? Or is he laughing at me because I'm not fishing in the pond? He's saying hola. So basically hello. Is he in a group? Looks like he knows me. I would never suggest people to do what he's doing right there, because I'm going to kill you if I have the perfect gear for that. It's too dangerous to do whatever he's doing there. I mean, he has an armored horse. If I was changing my gear right now, I would not be able to kill him. He also has a Fort Sterling cape. So it's pretty much impossible for me to kill him if he just walks away after I start attacking him. But if he's dismounted, he's gonna die. One little bad thing about him is that he probably doesn't have any loot yet. Medium chest, 19 minutes. This guy probably doesn't have any loot yet. And he probably hasn't seen the 3 messages in the chat of me killing all these fishermen here in this map. He doesn't even know what's up. What's going on in my inventory. He has no idea how close he is to dying. Actually getting a rare tier 7 fish now. Finally. After 1 hour and 8 minutes, I'm actually getting a rare tier 7 fish. I mean, to be honest, it's not safe that I will get it, because maybe a ganking group will come and I will have to walk away. Dead water eel, 2 pieces. Now I'm rich. How expensive is it right now? 98,000 silver for 1 dead water eel. This stuff is so valuable. And when I'm on like tier 8 fishing gear. Whoops. When I'm on tier 8 fishing gear with an Avalonian fishing rod, I will definitely get 3 to 4 3 to 4 pieces. So very valuable, very valuable. Very valuable. I've kind of fished this little lake empty. Pretty much, kind of. Whatever. I got about 1 million loot. I don't know. Let me see. Or maybe even less. Like my tools are worth 500k. Then my fishing rod is worth 600k, I believe. Then my random gear here is worth like 400k or maybe 450k. So how much is that? 1.5? Am I not worth 3 million? I'll actually need to take a look when I'm bringing back some stuff. I mean, you know, in real life it's not very nice to not say hello. But when you're in the black zone, you should not just stop and say hello to people. You should do it in a safe way and just whisper. Whisper very, very quietly on the private chat and say hello there. Standing around AFK in the black zone is too dangerous, even with an armored horse and a Fort Sterling cape. I don't have any beef stew left anymore, so ganking again would be somewhat inefficient. So I would deal quite a bit less damage, but it would still probably be okay. Do I want to stay here for the chest? I can also invis gank this chest, just need to be quite careful. Someone was about to say somebody died there, but actually it was just a suicide. There's a person, but I cannot click on him, and another person, that's the one dude. What are you playing? Just run away gear, but damage on W? Can I auto attack after I changed my... I don't know if it's worth it to go for this kill on this guy. But he's fishing in a tier 7 map, so probably. So he's a little bit AFK. He's a little bit dead. Let's see if it was worth the... No. It was not worth the invisibility potion. It was not worth the invisibility potion. My nice invisibility potion is gone now. Can't loot much from him. I mean the red crab should be worth some money. I was hoping that he already fished a bit. I mean, he obviously fished a little bit already, but not that much. Got a lot of... What is it called? Fish baits. Oh, come on! There was a fish on my hook. I don't have any invisibility potions left anymore. That's also pretty bad for escaping. I should go home. And I probably want to teleport. 99k. Like walking back in the... Or dead people here. Walking back in the last map is kind of annoying. It's not the best map for doing such things. The last time, like yesterday, when I tried to do so, I was just getting chased by a group and had to walk back out of the map and actually teleport in here, sadly. Wasn't even able to walk somewhere into another direction in the starting map, to teleport there. Actually had to walk back into this map here and teleport here. So I think I'm just going to teleport from here. Pretty sure about that, and I'm also pretty sure that I want more potions. Did the farmer guy, like he had farmer in his name for some reason. Did this guy see that I killed a person now? And then he should be a little bit more careful around here. I mean, he was like the farmer something name guy was definitely not in danger. So can't say that he did anything wrong except standing next to me in the black zone while I could have friends, theoretically. Being in my party and I'm telling them, hey, he's on me, just come dismounted and kill him. It's like bear paw players can dismount armored horses with the Fort Sterling Cape. Fort Sterling Cape does not help against bear paws. Okay, so I can teleport now. I don't have any invisibility potions. So that's actually not very safe. So I'll take 10 invisibility potions, I guess. I mean, yeah, probably. I'm so expensive anyways. Doesn't matter if I have even more money on me, I would say. It's not going to make such a big difference there. What's with this? Why is there a fish? What's... Ah, because my beef stew. Because I have no beef stew anymore. So let's get rid of all the loot. I'll keep that thing and fill it. So much random stuff. I do need more journals as well.
Don't be shy.
Let's take 2. I have so much pork pie still because I was killing so many people. I'll take 4 beef stews in case of actually, I don't know. And I'll take, let's try 8 invisibility potions. And because it would be a little bit suspicious to have them all at once, have them equipped all at once, I'll just take 3 into my inventory. And let me quickly change something about my loadout. First gang, let's put 1 beef stew in and save changes. And let's put 1 pork pie in, save changes. Because there was an error message the whole time when I was having, I believe, less pork pie than I had like in the loadout, so I put the food out completely. But it's actually pretty annoying to go into my inventory and click on the food in there and stuff like that. So let's try it with 1 piece of food. Got my full fishing stacks again as well. What's my level right now? Fisherman 45. 45. Haven't tried the other lake yet. I'll go to the first lake first though. Once again. So the medium chest is coming up in 8 minutes and 40 seconds. I haven't seen any group yet, and I believe if there was a ganking group, this ganking group would try to look at the lakes, right? Somebody died right in the north. Rango Kick said, Ty, like, thank you. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. Being a fan does not save you in the black zone. If you're a fan, you need to learn what I'm saying. And I'm saying don't trust anybody in the black zone. Play safe. Play safe. Oh, this guy has a swift claw. I'm gonna kill him. Swift claw, he's going to... And he has a 4.3 shield. Really want to kill this guy. Finally a good mount that's not that insanely heavy and is worth way more. I mean, the armored horse already would have been worth quite a bit as well. But let's see if this guy is careless. I mean, I've killed 4 people around this lake. Are there all the corpses still lying around? Okay, let's see. Let's see. There's one corpse. He went away. He went away. Quickly need to finish my... switch my gear again. Smart person. If there's a person running next to you, like I think I've said it in the Zero to Hero fishing series. I'm not 100% sure. I think I've said it somewhere about dodging gangs and stuff. If there's a person and you're fishing, if a person sees you fishing anywhere, anybody, just move like a bit further. Just move a bit further. Is this one of the people who I killed? Nope. Somebody died at the medium chest, so I think I'm not going for that. This was just a different tier 6 fisher, I would say. And to actually do what I just said, move a little bit. And it looks pretty empty here, so I'll go to the other lake. Somebody dying there randomly, I don't think I should try. Usually I would have just moved a little bit to the northwest. But since I've kind of cleared everything there, and those 2 people at least seem to be a little bit too careful to die to me, I'll just check out the other one, the other lake. Even though a person actually died here, which is a little bit crazy and a little bit scary. Because even though I'm ganking, other people may as well gank me. Not gonna lie. Kinda dangerous. Actually filled that tier 7 journal. How much money does it give? 100k, that's not terrible. But worse than the tier 8, obviously. No more fish? No more fish? Let's try it there. Also kinda need to pay attention. Fly is the alliance. Like, if there are people fishing and they are from this alliance, from this hideout, I don't really need to try ganking them. If they are too close to the hideout, it takes me a while to kill somebody. Really does take me a while, so I do need to pay attention to the alliance and the guild if I actually try to gank somebody around this lake. There was only one in this pawn, or however you want to call that thing. This special fish area. That means that there is some guaranteed fish for me. Or for somebody else. The spot seems to be pretty good. I mean, theoretically I could just ride to the chest and look if there are people. And if there's only one person, I could go for an invisibility gank. If there's nobody, I could just go for the loot. But somebody died again. That's not a good sign for me. I mean, that one medium chest that I've gotten yesterday was actually in this map. So Oops. Try a different spot now. This was just some wood that I would have gotten if I continued trying to pull that stuff out. I did actually get the medium chest here. There's this guy again. This could be a tier 7 rare fish? Yeah. Was a tier 7 rare fish? But I only got a crab. Be quick. Hope for the best. Let's see if I can get this guy. But he's probably going to move towards the north. Which is kind of annoying. Yep, he's gone. So actually me riding next to him is like me going further. He does not want to stay there. But I mean, him playing like that is actually pretty safe, I would say. As long as I'm in his vision, in his sight, there's not really any danger for him. At least not when I'm solo. Of course, if I had a group with me right now, this would be a different story. But I actually should re-equip my invisibility potions. Because if this guy was paying attention, he would see that my invisibility potions became less. But he didn't see me afterwards, so I'm not too worried. He's going to have way more loot than the other guys though, because he's already fishing for a little bit. It's going to be quite hard to get him though, I would think. Not 100% sure. Maybe it's not going to be hard if I see him from a better side. What's this guy? He's the kind of guy who could try to gank me or something. What's his alliance? What's his guild? Didn't really see his alliance. Only saw his guild. I don't know if he has invisibility potions. But I'm definitely going to mount up as soon as I'm catching this fish. Because I was seeing... There may have been a name in the south. So I want to move a little bit further. There's a roads portal right next to the thing. Now there are 2 people, 3 people dying. 2 people dying, I think. This roads portal is really not that terrible for me. Makes escaping quite a bit more realistic. This fisher on his swift claw. I would have liked to kill him. He probably would have given me more money than those 4 people before. Did I actually kill 4 people or 3? I don't remember. May have been 3. He's walking a weird way. Why is he so careful? Did he see somebody who tried to do some mean things up there in the north? Did he maybe see that my fishing gear is not fully stacked? Because you can actually know then, if you see that I changed my gear for some reason. And why the hell would a fisher man actually change his gear? Basically only for ganking. So, clicking on me, looking at my statuses, is already telling that I'm not doing anything nice here. That I'm trying to be mean and greedy. Because fishing with tier 6 gear is actually not making me rich. Tier 8 fishing, on the other hand, though, especially when I can eliminate my competition. I mean, not really, because, you know, ganking groups will still interfere. quite a bit, especially if they find me while I'm ganking somebody. I would probably also upgrade my ganking gear to at least tier 8 when I have tier 7 fishing gear. Because killing tier 7 and tier 8 fishermen will be much harder. They are way tankier. They will react quicker, I believe. Doesn't have to be the case. Maybe they will just be as AFK as some of the lower tier fishermen. But there's a person. That's a dagger guy. Is he in a group? I don't want to know. Looks like he's not in a group actually. Do I want to kill him? He's really not worth anything. I don't really want to kill him. His gear is so insanely cheap. So much effort that I would have to put in to kill him. Changing my gear, losing my stacks. Or what? If I'm lucky, his weapon will survive the trash rate. But pretty much not worth the invisibility potion. And the effort that it takes to actually kill him. And also the risk that is involved in that. I don't think he can kill me. Because I can purge his stacks. And I'll do way too much damage, like I have really high levels on the gear that I have in my inventory. I have like 1450 on my tier 7 lifeguard staff. That's quite a lot of IP. And the rest of it is not going to be much lower. Except of course a crypt candle. Which is only on tier 6, but don't really need that on an insanely high tier, and it's a pretty expensive item. Refish in here. I could also like clear kind of everything and then go back to the other lake and see if I find some more friendly tier 6 fishermen that wanna give me some money. We'll see, we'll see. It's also possible that in the tier 8 maps I will have way less success. Like kill count per time wise. Because people will know more. It will be harder for people to actually reach those maps, to be honest. I may actually want to switch to Fort Sterling then though. Because from Limhurst it's pretty hard to get to a good tier 8 forest. There's one tier 8 forest that's pretty close. I wasn't able to look at this guy, so I actually have to move away. Well, don't want to get invisibility ganked myself. Gotta survive. Is that a fish? That's not a fish. That's wood. Wasn't able to see who that guy was. Wasn't able to inspect him, sadly. So I had to move away. Was kind of interested to see how much stuff the Swiftclaw dude had in his inventory. Just out of curiosity, I had to kill you. I'm very sorry. I was really curious to see what you got in your inventory. Another rough log. Okay, let's move back and see what's going on here. It's clear. Oh, it's that guy again. It's that guy again. And now he's fishing in my sight. So I cannot go for the invisibility gank again. How far did he move? He's moving too far. No way for me to kill him. He is too good. Like, solo ganking doesn't work against good players. It just doesn't. As demonstrated in my escaping ganking fisherman videos, solo ganking does not work against good players. It just doesn't. But there are not only good players in this game. One thing I could try would be going invisible blindly. I mean, there's definitely the chance to kill the Swiftlar guy if I only get a I only get a root on him. Don't really need a real invis gank, I think. I think he did not have a Fort Sterling cape, so I would dismount him very quickly. Swiftclaw, tier 6 fishing gear, really not that tanky. If I'm assuming that his levels are not very high, which I'm assuming right now. But who knows? Who knows? He's moving too much, though. Not actually getting a good grasp of him. Seems like my voice is slowly dying. I was kind of planning to do like 20 more minutes or something, but my voice is slowly giving up, it seems like. Very, very curious about what he has in his inventory. Maybe he even has an Avalonian fishing rod. I mean, I don't remember what cape he had. I don't know that. Did he have a Fort Sterling cape? Because if he doesn't have a Fort Sterling cape, he probably doesn't have an Avalonian fishing rod. But who knows? Who actually knows? People are doing the wildest things. I was about to say finally a good fishing spot again, but to be honest, I wasn't checking too much for fishing spots. Kind of fishing inefficiently, to be honest. But I want to move. I want to see stuff. I want to do stuff. And I want to kill the Swiftclaw guy. But he doesn't want to die, so I'm not going to be able to do so. So time to go back to the other lake. Maybe this guy even saw in his chat or something that I killed somebody. Definitely possible. Maybe he was on the northern lake at that time and saw in the chat that Apple Cheese killed a person. How did this happen? And why was it at the lake? What could that possibly mean? And he concluded the truth. What's that guy? He's very expensive. With his 7. He's such a troll. And he's getting chased by non-trolls? No, not really. Are they... What are these guys doing? This one dude is so expensive. I really want to kill him. He had a 7.2 longbow, right? And a 6.0 cultist cow. That's a new player. I believe. I mean, he also didn't have any levels or anything, so probably a new player. A very expensive new player is what I would conclude. I want to kill this guy. But since nobody of these three people had a guild, I would kind of assume that they're just together. But maybe not, like the Battle Axe guy actually had decent gear. He was using good gear. Those three heroes may scare away all the fishermen. There's a person. Oh my god. Dude. Dude, I want to kill you. Can I find you somewhere? Want to kill you. But there's no way for me to actually find him. He may gank me. He actually may have gear in his inventory. So I actually need to move. Always. Move a little bit. Always. Doesn't matter who sees you. Move a little bit. And you will die so much less. Always move a little bit. Even if you're the ganker. If I only knew that there would be some tier 7 hide lying around somewhere, I would have tried to gank this guy. He would have given much more money than all these other people. Definitely. But I simply have no clue at all. If he was super careless and was just doing some wolves right next to me or something, then I would have tried, but me not knowing anything about any interesting resources, anything about potentially interesting resources for this person, basically makes it impossible, or rather very unreasonable for me to try to kill this guy. But I believe he didn't have a cape, right? So I may even be able to kill him by dismounting him. Which is very unlikely. If my wanderlust is high and he panics his boots... If he panics his boots, it's possible. My wanderlust is pretty stacked up already, then I will be faster than his boar. When he is not in gallop. And if he panics his boots, then I may purge him. And then I have a realistic chance of killing him, but... It's pretty hard, it's pretty difficult. It's kind of unlikely if he does one or two things right. I need some luck to actually get him without an invisibility gank. So now, once again, after killing a million people, I'm just fishing. And nothing is happening. Absolutely nothing. I mean, I would just hope that I would be constantly getting that water eel, but if I would, then others would as well, and then it would not be worth anything, so... There's actually no point in debating anything about that. Not seeing any people, but I think this is going to change quite soon. Because for some reason a lot of people are trying to fish here. I'll walk around the lake a little bit and see if there's anything to see. Because maybe there isn't. Two fish. I didn't see any gankers in this map yet, right? Like today, no gankers at all. I didn't see gankers yesterday when I was also on this map for like 30 minutes or so. Which is interesting because there were times, like months ago that I've very frequently seen gankers, at least on the street here. Like from exit to exit. Like every second time that I've went through this map with invisibility, I've seen gankers. So it's kind of weird to not see anybody. But maybe the gankers learned that you can get through this map with invisibility. I mean, basically you can't. Unless you are playing a fast mount. Like with a gallant horse it's possible. With a gallant horse it's possible to get through the start map and through this map and just be invisible the whole time. And invincible, of course, as well. So maybe gankers learned about that. They still have a pretty good chance to kill people who want to go the other way around, though. But maybe less people are doing that now. This map is really bad for escaping, aka really good for ganking. Because it only has 2 exits. It's really hard to survive in here. And yet I'm standing here fishing, actually ganking people, killing people, and nothing's happening to me. I mean, I also have the gallant horse, but I didn't even fight dangerous people in this map yet. Like, the other tier 7 map that I've been in was a whole different story. Yesterday and today. Way more dangerous. But, like, 2 days ago, when I went into the, what is it, High Tree Isle? I think, High Tree Isle. When I went there, I also killed 3 people. 3 people. And one of them even not being that bad, like giving me 300k or so. Was that yesterday or 2 days ago? I'm not sure. Was probably yesterday actually. Yeah, it was yesterday. So it was a different time though. It was like half an hour before the reset. Half an hour before the daily server maintenance. So there weren't such big, huge ganking groups chasing me the whole time. But here it's looking pretty interesting. I don't know. Doesn't sound grammatically correct. Doesn't sound great. But it's really interesting here. I'm wondering why I'm seeing no groups at all. I mean, I've seen this potentially. I've potentially seen a 3-man group already. This crow player with this 7.2 longbow. Such a juicy kill. I would even win the 1v1. I think. Maybe not. Maybe not. Like, the longbow will deal a lot of damage and I'm only on cloth. But if he really doesn't have any levels and I'm using tier 7 gear, he's using a mix of tier 7, tier 6, tier 9 gear. It's not very tanky. So I'll probably win. I'll most likely win the 1v1. My way higher IP because of my very high levels on these items will make a huge difference. While in theory his gear would be higher level. I believe he didn't have any spec. That's what I believe. I didn't kill anybody anymore. And likewise, I also didn't get any money. nobody at this lake right now, huh? So maybe I'll just finish all the pawns and then teleport home. I don't know. I mean, finishing all those pawns would take very long if I do it in a sensible way, which would mean that at every pawn that I find, I need to fish again. And if I get a catch in like 10 seconds or maybe, yeah, pretty much 10 seconds, I will need to keep fishing like this. And in that time, those pawns can respawn. And then I'll be here like for 1 more hour. If there's no other fisher also clearing these pawns. Like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Once again, a quick catch, meaning I should, if I want to fish efficiently, continue at exactly this spot. Immediate catch. Immediate catch. I mean, it's good for my levels. But my voice is slowly dying. Slowly getting time. 10. Immediate catch again. Like, got a really good spot right here. But I kinda wanna wrap up. But the spot, it's too good. It's too good. 10, 9. Too good. Found a good one. Found a good one. Got 2 tier 7 rare fish today. Which is probably not that much. But I also did not fish that efficiently. Have to admit that as well. I may have gotten more if I was fishing a little bit more seriously. If I was checking out things a little bit more closely. Not seeing any fishers anymore. No fishers. Where are all the fishermen? But this is going to be the last one, the last pawn. Slowly getting time to let my voice rest a little bit. To put some beautiful, amazing food into my stomach. There's a person. It is a fisher. Oh, it's that guy again. He's a fan. Can I kill him? Probably not. He came here with invisibility. So he brought back his loot, I guess. Was he the fan or was it somebody else? I don't remember. I do not remember. Let's teleport. Cost me 100k to teleport here. That's pretty damn expensive, considering that I have like, I don't know. How much loot do I have? I'll see when I put this stuff away. So right now I have an estimated market value of 2.5. It's not going to be that much. It's really not going to be that much, yeah. I only had like 400k. Well, fishing in a tier 7 map is very different to fishing in a tier 8 map with tier 7 gear. It's quite different. But also not getting much money from killing or anything. I also didn't really find any good resources, didn't find any good kills, didn't find a legendary wisp. Only got dead water eel one time, which is kind of sad, but I also only have tier 6 gear. So it was already lucky that I got two of those, I guess. But not that insanely lucky either. Like, premium is 50%. Pork pie is 18... Wait, what is it? Pork pie is 15%, so 65. And my fishing levels right now 47 and 33, so about like plus 36% again. 65 plus 35 is 90, 100. Maybe I'm already at 200% already without my fishing gear, of course, right? Without the Avalonian fishing rod bonus, without the fishing gear bonus for tier 6 and lower. Okay, I'm most likely actually on 200% already. So there is actually the chance to get 3 dead water eels. Okay, which is very low and will be much higher when I hit tier 7 gear and tier 7 Avalonian fishing rod. And with the tier 7 stuff, I may even get close to the 4. But maybe not. Maybe I actually need tier 8 gear, which would give plus 70% and stuff. Oh well.